What is up, guys? This is D and Outdoor. Today we'll be doing a quick tutorial, a super simple and easy way to use a Texas rig Senko. Now, the color necessarily doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to use, really. I recommend this kind of color, or even just more of a natural kind of color. But we'll do a different video talking about colors eventually here, just so y'all can get a good idea. But doesn't matter the Senko. Let's go get straight in the video on how to use a Texas rig Senko. Now, first things first, you just want to be able to cast it in a decent spot with the Senko. Now, when you're casting with the Senko, I look for open pockets or deeper spots or just brushier kind of spots. You don't want the Senko to be out in the middle of nowhere, just kind of out there. You just want it to be more towards the edge, open pockets, brushier kind of spots, or even a little bit more of a deeper kind of pocket spot. So with the Senko, we're gonna go cast it. We're gonna go cast it in this corner right over here, and I'll show you how to use it. So we have a pretty good cast off. What I always do is I let it sit there for a second. I always put just a little bit of slack out, just a little bit. Now, once you have that slack out, you can rise up on your rod, and feel to see if you've got a fish on or something that's already try to bite at it. That's one way that I like to use it. Always try to feel first by raising your rod up and just being able to feel up here. Now, if you do have a fish on, we'll get to that just here later into the video, but I'm just going to show you how to use it just normally if you don't get a fish. Now, next step, you want to reel down all the way pretty quick here, and then you want to pop it up one or two times. Just kind of pop it like this, one or two times, and then you want to raise up all the way up on it and see if you've got a fish on. Now, rising up elevates the bait just a little bit, so you can feel if the fish will grab it, and they will probably grab it on the fall or on the way up. So we're gonna raise it up, pop it once or twice here, raise it up, being able to feel, reel it in real quick, pop it up, being able to feel the bait, reel it in, pop it up. Now, the speed I was going is fast, so if the fish are real active, you could probably get a fish on. Now, real-time speed would be probably be a lot slower. And I like to work Senkos as a slower pace bait. I like to use them as kind of like a jig almost, just working very slow, because it seems to me like fish will bite it even or more slower. So let's go try it again here, and I'll show you how to work the bait real time here. So if I do have a fish on, because I let off the slack on, I'm raising it up, and if you do have a fish on, you want to be able to reel it in real quick and then yank up on it, and you'll be able to feel the fish, because once you rise up on the bait, your rod will feel a lot of tension pulling down. So reel it in real quick and yank it up, because that fish has probably got your bait. Now, real time using the Senko, it's really just a time game. I promise you, the slower you go, the more fish you'll probably be able to catch. I promise you. That's how it is. You want to be able to get the fish attracted to it. Where you cast at, there might not always be a fish, but if a fish is roaming around, they'll be able to see that Senko and be able to get it. So you can get a lot of different, bites off the Senko on the way up or down, but overall, it's a really good bait to use in my opinion. So you just kind of have to feel for it, and just being able to learn and experience with it. That's one of the main things about using the Senko, is just being able to learn with it and trying to feel for bites and stuff. But another thing is, these Senkos can get hung up pretty quick and easily. But I love using the Senkos. That's really a super simple bait to use, honestly. You just have to be able to feel really good for them. We're just fishing out here at this pond. Senko's a great bait to use for any kind of water besides like the ocean or whatever. Cut that out, but any water. You can use it for lakes, rivers, ponds. Ponds, I like them the best. Senkos for ponds are one of the best you can use, probably, because Senko's a slow bait. There's not a lot of current. If you have a lot of current with a Senko, that just doesn't work good. You can use them about anywhere. And while we are talking about the Senko, I will go over a couple of colors that you can use with the Senko. So you've learned how to use a Senko. And now we're going to go over a couple of colors you can use with the Senko. Now, color-wise, I have a box here just with a few different colors. Now, color-wise, it doesn't really matter. I have bright colors, and I have real dark, and I have the medium colors. This is a perfect box, honestly, for a starter. You have your bright colors right here, and then you have like a gold or a green, a blue, even more of a natural color, and then you have a lot of different variety on the bottom. Now, a lot of these baits are super simple to use. Like one of my personal favorite ones is probably like a green one right here, especially with this water. If you can see that this green bait works really good. Also, for the green water, the blue, the one I have on right now, this one works really good. For darker colored water, this one right here is the best one you could possibly use for darker water. Like I'm talking about maybe Georgia, Florida, dark water. This right here will be the best bait you can use. It's a golden kind of color. Also, really good bait for this kind of water is this one right here. Now, for a bright colored, like maybe bluer kind of water, one of my personal favorites is like a mix between a little bit of red and a little bit of blue, and this one's probably got to be one of my favorites to use for a bluer kind of water. Also, with blue water, you can use something like this right here, it's purpler kind of one. So that's basically everything you need to know about Senko. Like I said, Senko is a super easy bait to use. You just have to be able to learn with it and experience with it. It doesn't take a day to learn how to use it. It takes a little bit of time. But Senko is by far one of my favorite baits to use for these ponds and stuff. And I posted a bunch of videos where me catching big fish off Senkos, so you can make sure you go check them out. It's a super easy way to catch fish as just a Senko itself. A lot of different ways you can rig them up. You have like a wacky rig you could do. You got the Texas rig, you got the weightless you could use, but overall, Senko is a great bait. So, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. Like I said, we'll become posting and all different kinds of content. So, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. This is DN Outdoor.